My name is Sydney Cheek, and I'm a senior here at UNCG. I am a social work major, and I actually started my internship this week, so that's pretty exciting. I'm taking this course because I have a minor in peace and conflict studies, so this was kind of the next step for me, and I also just love learning about peace and conflict studies in general. And a big learning goal for me is just to learn more about how how conflict plays into cultures and what role that it plays in in different cultures. And then on page 15, culture is defined as being often invisible even to us. Culture shapes our ideas of what is important, influences our attitudes, values, and animates our behaviors. Operating largely below the surface, cultures are a shifting, dynamic set of starting points that orient us in particular ways, pointing towards some things and away from others. Each of us belongs to multiple cultures, and so we are experienced in transitioning cultural boundaries within and between us from an early age. And then the second quote I chose is on page 16, and that states, "Culture is embedded in every conflict because conflicts arise in human relationships. The ways we name, frame, blame, and attempt to tame conflicts are profoundly influenced by culture." And I would say that my culture, or what makes up my culture, is something that I'm still trying to personally define as a cisgender white woman. I feel like I'm still trying to figure out what exactly I define as my culture, so that's something I'm definitely working on to be able to define. And then for my social identity wheel, I am white American. I would define my religion as being spiritual. I'm 21. Like I said, I'm a cisgender woman. English is my first language. I would say I'm middle class. And the identities that I believe I think about the most is being a woman, my sexual orientation, and being American. And I say this because obviously in the world we live in, being a woman is something that's pretty that's something I would definitely be thinking about a lot, especially the way that women are being treated currently in our society. Sexual orientation, because I feel like especially as this new generation is coming up, I feel like sexual orientation is something that's kind of putting a pressure on individuals to define. And I said being American because I feel like American society right now is just a little bit overwhelming. And then the ones I think about the least are my race, English being my first language, and my ethnicity. And I feel like I think about these the least just because I am privileged to not be oppressed by these aspects. So I feel like it's not something that I really have to worry about. And I believe that is it for me, so thank you.